Beautiful people, welcome back to Crayniaq Gaming. We are back with the Sacramento State Legacy here on College Hoops 2K8. Now make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the sub button if you're new. Also click on the notification bell to join the notification gang. And we gonna keep it rolling here, guys. We're heading into the Final Four, taking on Michigan State, and we are one win away from getting to that national championship game. And what was a completely unexpected season for Sacramento State. But again, a tough task ahead of us as we take on not just a Power 5 school, but one of the power teams in all of college basketball, one of the most storied programs in college basketball. Of course, Michigan State has been in this situation so many times over the years, so this is definitely going to be our toughest game of this entire tournament. Now, of course, we struggled a little bit with Illinois last game, but this is a team that actually made it pretty far in their conference tournament. I believe they made it to the final. And of course, they made it to the Final Four, so it's not like there's some pushovers. Only one guy is injured on their team, Daniel Rogers. I don't think he's that much of a contributor anyways. But looking at Daryl Moy, leads the team in points with 13.6. And he's a pretty good rebounder, second on the team in rebounds with 5.7 per game. Then you got Ronnie Smallwood, the small forward, with 11.6 points per game. And Ares Grady, the power forward, the senior, the captain of this team, leading the team in rebounds. And just in case anybody cares, Texas ended up winning the NIT, beating Dayton 81-78. So congratulations to Texas, but now we focus in on this game against Michigan State. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, Bill Queen is actually injured. He actually broke his finger in practice. So we're going to go back to our regular starting lineup with Frank Leno starting at power forward, as you see. Sokolov, Foster, Evans, Leno, and Brock for us. And they got Luz, Sanders, Smallwood, Grady, and Moy starting for them. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The tip-off for the Final Four. Let's go. Brock wins the tip. Leno going to take it up the court. And he's going to pass it over to Sokolov, who swings it over to Nelson Evans from the elbow, hits the three, and Sacramento State takes an early 3-0 lead. Now it's Spartans' ball. They're going to turn it over, however. Foster in transition, lays it up, gets fouled, doesn't make the bucket, but he will go to the line. Makes both of his free throws, so it's a 5-0 game. Now Sanders for three. No good, but Grady slams it back down with authority, and Michigan State gets on the board. Then Evans going to pick up a foul there, and that's going to be pretty important, as you're going to see later on. Moy turns around for the jumper, no good, but Grady tips it right back in. Second offensive rebound, second bucket of the game. It's 5-4. Now Brock going to kick it out to Foster, steps back, pulls up for three, and he's going to drain it to make it an 8-4 ball game. Now here's Sanders getting double teamed, going to pass it up the court. Now Moy tries to get the bucket, but it's blocked by Brock. The Brockness Monster are already hard at work early in this game. Now Evans for three, going to drain it. And just like that, Sacramento State has a quick 7-point lead. Luz misses a three, Brock with the rebound, but then he's going to turn it right back over. Grady going to pass it inside to Moy. He lays it up, no good, but a foul on Frank Leno. And that's going to be his first of the game. They make one of their two, so it's 11-5. Evans going to pull up for three, drains it, and just like that, we have a 9-point lead. So we're dominating early now. Moy going to pass inside to Smallwood. He lays it up and good. Splitting two defenders there. So now it's 14-7. Brock going to kick it back out to Foster. But Sanders there with a big block. That goes out of bounds. Still Hornets ball. And then on the inbound, Brock going to get an easy layup there. Nobody defending him. And we're up 16-7. Now here's the layup. No good. Rebounded by Smallwood. Goes back up with it and good. And now the lead's cut back down to 7. Brock trying to back down Moy, not working very well. Over to Sokolov in the corner, and he hits another three. Sokolov not really a three-point shooter, but he's hitting a pretty good amount of threes in this tournament. We're up 20-9 now. Luz gonna get inside, and he's fouled by Leno. That's gonna be his second foul of the half, and he's gonna have to come out of the game now. Luz makes both free throws. It's 20-11 now. Evans getting blocked by Smallwood, and he's gonna go into transition now, as Michigan State looks to cut into this lead even further. Smallwood tries to pass it over to the corner, not going to work out. Evans going to lay it up, and good. And it's an 11-point Sacramento State lead early on in this game. They've definitely sent a shock to the system of Michigan State, but now Evans going to pick up his second foul of the half. He'll have to come out of the game as well. So both Leno and Evans in early foul trouble. And then Brock going to pick up a foul here, trying to block a shot by Smallwood. That's his first foul of the game. Smallwood makes both free throws, so it's 22-13 now. And now a big block by the Brock Nest Monster again. Doesn't lead to any points, however. He gets another block there, his third of the game. Here's Foster in transition, trying to kick it out to Queen, but he's going to turn it over himself. Here's Luz, passes it inside, and he's going to turn it over now. A crazy sequence there, didn't lead to any points. But now here's Brock laying it back up after the miss, and now it's an 11-point lead for Sacramento State yet again. Midway through the first half, Smallwood goes up with it, gets a friendly roll, and it cuts the lead down to 9 for Sacramento State. Now Hornsby's just going to lose the ball there, and Grady going to go up with it with a big slam, and now it's just a 7-point Sacramento State lead. Foster going to get blocked on a three-point attempt, and now a foul by Foster, so he's getting in some trouble now. Now a big steal by Sokolov. He's going to pass it over to Fernandez, pulls up for two, and he drains it. And now it's a 9-point Sacramento State lead. Michigan State trying to answer back, and now Van Vector picks up a foul. A lot of fouls for the Sacramento State team so far. Now it's an 8-point game. Missed by Sanders. Gets the rebound, kicks it out to Adeleke, and he gets the bucket. It's 26-20 now. Fernandez claps back with a three, however. Makes it a 9-point game. Now here's Moy going up with it. Good over the head of Colin Washington. It's a 7-point ball game. But then Turksign getting answered with a three. And we're up by 10 with under 5 minutes to go. And now a foul by Sokolov. Everybody's getting fouls in this game at this point. They get both free throws. It's 32-24. And then a foul by Fernandez. That's 9 fouls so far in the half. Grady would miss both free throws, but then Moy with the rebound goes back up with it and gets it. And now it's just a 6-point Sacramento State lead. Here's Sokolov going to turn the ball over here now. Rogers going to drive inside, kicks it inside to Grady, and he gets the bucket. Now it's just a 4-point lead for Sacramento State. We have to burn the timeout. And Michigan State trying to make it a one-possession game, but they're going to turn it over here. Turksign with the ball now, passes over to Sokolov. Now to Evans, who's back into the game. He's going to turn it over now. Grady nearly turns it over there, and now it's passed to Anderer. He's going to get the layup. And now just a 2-point lead for Sacramento State after having an 11-point lead at one point. Now Evans trying to do something here. He's going to turn the ball over, so he did do something. And Turksign picks up the 10th foul of the half for Sacramento State. This is a tie ball game at 32 now. Moy gets blocked by Brock. It looks like it went off his head, but it's all good. A block is a block. Evans going to pass it to Turksign. He goes up for two, no good, but fouled by Moy. And he'd get both free throws, and now the oop to Smallwood ties the ball game up at 34. Just over a minute to go. Smallwood going to get the bucket and the foul. Second foul of the half for Brock. He's going to have to exit the game. And now a 3-point game with time winding down in the first half. Sanders goes up with it, uncontested, gets the bucket. And just like that, Michigan State ends the half on a 17-2 run. And they go into the half up 39-34. If Sacramento State cannot stop this run, they are in big trouble. 14 turnovers is just not going to do it. Sacramento State not really accustomed to turning the ball over that much. You got Evans leading Sacramento State with 11. Smallwood leading all scorers with 15. And now we begin the second half. And Sokolov straight out the gate with a steal. Lays it up and good. And he cuts the Michigan State lead down to 3. And now here's Luz getting double teamed. He's going to turn it over this time. Foster going to push to Leno, and a big dunk cuts the lead down to 1. Now here's Moy over the head of Brock, going to lay it up, and now it's back to a 3-point game. Brock trying to answer back. He kicks it out to Evans. He pulls up for a 3 on the pump fake, and he gets a friendly bounce. And we have a tie ball game at 41. Sanders going to go up with it. Gets the layup there as Michigan State takes the lead back. Evans looking to take the lead back for Sacramento State, and he does just that. Hitting the 3. They're going to get a steal. Evans puts it up, and good. And now Sacramento State has the 3-point lead all of a sudden. Moy going to go up with it. Gets the bucket. Cuts the lead down to 1. And now here's Grady. Passes it inside to Sanders, and Evans kind of just flops there. Sanders would go to the line, hit both free throws. It's Evans' third foul of the game. He'd have to leave for a little bit at least. Brock over to Foster for 3. No good. And a rebound by Brock. He goes back up with it, and he misses it again. So we miss a chance to take the lead there. Now Smallwood driving inside against Turkside. He gets him to jump way too early, and he gets the bucket to extend the lead to 3. But now on the other side, Leno with a double clutch, able to get the bucket. Cuts the Michigan State lead down to 1. Luz again tries to get Leno this time, but a big block there for Frank Leno. Now Sokolov going to kick it out to Turkside, looking to take the lead, and he does just that. A back and forth affair in the second half so far. Grady going to kick it out to Luz. Over to Sanders. He's going to drive inside, and he's going to get the foul. That's Leno's 3rd of the game. He'll have to leave the game for a little bit, and it's tied at 51 now. Here's Luz throwing the oop to Smallwood, and Van Vector going to be called for the goaltend. So just like that, Michigan State takes a 2-point lead. Sanders in transition over the head of Queen, and he gets the bucket. Now it's a 4-point Spartan lead. Turkson tries to hit the 3, no good. Queen can't get the rebound, and now the Spartans in transition. Adeleke goes up, and he gets the bucket. Now it's a 6-point game. Michigan State starting to pull away with this one. Foster going to kick it to Van Vector, who's going to hit the 3. We haven't seen him hit a 3 in a while. Michigan State burns the timeout as a 3-point game. And now Brock going to be called for the goaltend here. So count it for the Spartans. It's back to a 5-point game. Turkside over to Brock. Backing down the defender. And now the pass out to Evans. He's going to hit the 3 to make it a 2-point ball game. 22 points despite the foul trouble for Evans. And now it's a 2-point game. Now a 5-point game yet again, as they hit the 3. 62-57. Brock can answer right back with a layup of his own. And now it's a 3-point game. The Luz going to pass inside. It's going to be turned over. Bill Queen with the steal. Passes it over to Turkside. Looking to tie it up again. No good. And that's rough there. Now more than halfway through the second half. Evans for 3. Drains it, and we have a tie game at 62. Michigan State burns the timeout. Here's Brock kicking it out to Evans again in the corner. No good. Rebounded by Brock. Lays it up, and Sacramento State takes the lead on the layup. Now Michigan State looking to answer. Sanders inside. Easy 2 there, and we're tied at 64. Now the pass out to Foster. Looking for the 3. No good. Rebounded by Smallwood. Michigan State back into transition. Here's Adeleke. Waiting for the offense to set up. Passes inside to Moy. He's going to get the layup, and Michigan State takes a 2-point lead. Just over 5 minutes to go. Brock going to mix the layup there. Leno goes back up with it. Good, and we're tied back up at 66. No type of let up between either of these teams. This game is getting real good. Evans for 3. He gets another friendly roll. And now Sacramento State with a 3-point lead under 5 minutes to go. Now a big dunk by Grady makes it a 1-point game. Grady going to get blocked this time by Brock. This time the rebound, however, goes in for Smallwood. Now it's a 1-point game. And look at Frank Leno showing off the range. It's not really his game, but he gets a 3 to put him in the lead, at least momentarily. Now we're tied back at 72. Pass inside to Brock. Lays it up, and good. And Sacramento State back up by 2. Michigan State looking to answer again. Here's Smallwood. Lays it up, and he's fouled by Brock. That's the 4th foul of the game for Sean Brock. He's 1 foul away from fouling out of this game. Smallwood with a chance to tie the ball game up. Misses his first free throw. Now he'll have to settle for just a 1-point game. Gets the second one. And this one could go down to the wire. Foster for 3. No good. Rebounded by Sanders. And now Michigan State has the chance to take the lead here. Here's Luz. Passes it inside to Smallwood. And he's working against Foster. Going to cough up the basketball, though. Stolen by Foster. Sacramento State has a chance to put this game away. Foster for 3. No good. Wouldn't have been the dagger, but would have definitely made things harder on Michigan State. Now they have a chance to take the lead here. Luz can't hit the 3. Rebounded by Brock. Sacramento State looking to put it away now. Leno passes to Brock. He gets blocked by Moy now. You couldn't see it because of the glitch. Now Michigan State has another chance to take the lead here. Luz for 3. A little bit of contact by Brock, and then Moy goes back up with it. Gets blocked by Brock cleanly. And now Sacramento State has a chance. Foster going to kick it out to Evans. Shoots it from the wing. Drains the 3, and we have a 4-point game with under 2 minutes to go. Michigan State not out of it by any means, however. Here's Moy over to Grady. Pulls up. No good. Rebounded by Brock. And now Sacramento State has a chance to run some clock off. Foster going to try to lay it up, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line. That's the first foul of the half for Michigan State. And you're going to see how that's going to be a problem late in this game when they have to start fouling to get the ball back as Foster makes both free throws. Here's Moy laying it up and good. Cuts the lead down to 4. Sacramento State gonna run the clock down. Up to 5 seconds on the play clock. Pass to Foster, pulls up for 2 and no good. Rebounded by Grady. And now Michigan State with a chance to cut it down to a 1-possession game, and Smallwood fouled by Clarence Foster on the dunk attempt. And that's going to be pretty big as he's going to miss his first free throw. Definitely a critical free throw to miss in this situation. He gets his second one. And now you're going to see why this is such a big deal that now they have to foul, because Sokolov going to waste a lot of time here. And he's finally fouled by Luz. Now 11.9 to go in the game, and here's Sokolov wasting more time. They're not going to foul him until 4 seconds have gone off, and that's what's so beautiful about the speed of Sokolov. Now he has a chance to possibly put the ball game away, and he makes the free throw, the first one that is. Now 80-76. Can he make the second one? And it's no good. Rebounded by Moy. Michigan State still has a chance. Here's Sanders, stolen by Evans. Evans going to get fouled from behind. And not only do we shoot 2 free throws, but that's actually going to be a clear path foul. So the game is effectively over at this point. I mean, it was anyways, but the only reason I'm really showing this is because this is the first time I've ever seen a clear path foul in this game. And Evans just kind of misses the second one on purpose. But it doesn't really matter. Sacramento State is heading to their first ever national championship, winning 81-76 against a very tough opponent in Michigan State. Nelson Evans with 32 points, 9 for 15 from three-point range, 3 steals, an amazing game from Evans yet again. And if we win the title, I don't see anybody else who's going to win Most Outstanding Player, to be honest with you. Not the best game for Clarence Foster, to say the very least. 1 for 17 from the field. But Sean Brock had a double-double, also had 6 blocks and 7 assists. So another great game for him. Smallwood led Michigan State with 23 points. But again, a great effort by the Spartans, especially late in that first half. I really got worried at that point. But Sacramento State always finds a way to win. And now they're heading into the national championship game. But who will they face? They'll be facing the Villanova Wildcats, who knock off Louisville 72-69 in what was another close game. And it's kind of disappointing because I really wanted to play Louisville. I wanted to see what they were about after beating so many good teams in this tournament. But hats off to them on a great season. But now we focus on Villanova, a 1 seed versus a 1 seed. Sacramento State, the underdogs, of course, because nobody even expected them to have this good of a season, let alone get to the national championship game. One team stands in their way, and it's Villanova. Now, the national championship game is going to premiere at 4 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, so make sure you guys get in there. And it's going to be a very special episode, not just because we're playing in the national championship game, but also, for those of you guys who don't know, this series is going to go on hiatus to make room for more Baltimore State, more Buccaneers, and then my eventual NBA 2K20 My League series. So you won't be seeing anything from Sacramento State until the college basketball season starts. And there are a lot of reasons why I'm putting the series on hiatus. For one, I'm just kind of bored with this game, to be completely honest with you. A lot of that has to do with the fact that this team got so good so quickly, and I've pretty much done everything. Like, I tried to boost up the sliders for the CPU. I tried to put it on the hardest difficulty. But, like, winning these games, I mean, as you saw, the Michigan State game was definitely tough. But at the same time, it's just, I mean, I'm 36-1 now, 35-1, I don't remember, but I've won a lot of games, and I've only lost one. The one game I lost was a sim game, so don't get me wrong. I love winning and whatnot, but at a certain point, like once it's your second season and you make it to a national championship game, you got to start revising the strategy a little bit. So we'll see what I come out with. So I'm going to say this series will probably come back in around late October, early November. We'll have to see. But also, I'm not going to act like viewership isn't really like a big thing. Now, I'm not going to force anybody to watch something that they don't want to watch, obviously. If you guys aren't interested in the series, you guys aren't interested in the series. There's only so much I can really do about it to get you guys interested. But I do feel like viewership for the series is like definitely dropped. So I feel like if I wait until the college basketball season starts, maybe more people will be interested in it. But I don't want to waste time working on a series that nobody watches, honestly. But if you guys can get hype on Saturday for this series, and we can get 30 likes by the end of the day on Saturday, so that's midnight Eastern time, I would say. So like that Sunday, once Sunday starts for me and everybody else on the East Coast, if we get 30 likes in those 8 hours, then maybe I'll keep this series around. But if not, I'm going to put it on hiatus. And again, that's not a punishment for anybody. I'm not going to punish you guys like y'all aren't my kids or nothing like that. But honestly, I don't want to waste my time on a series that nobody's going to watch. And I know that sounds really negative, but what I mean by that is I would rather spend more time working on something you guys are actually interested in watching than to just, you know, make these Sacramento State videos to get like 40 views and have nobody be interested in anymore. But I'll definitely look to refresh this series around October, November, so get ready for that. But the last episode of Season 2 will be on Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern. Be there or be square. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Before I forget, let me give a huge shout out to all of my patrons. Shout out to Franchise Gaming, V-Dub Productions, Zach Brader, Colin Mentor, and Joshua Fernald. But thank you to every one of you guys who watched this video. Make sure you guys hit that like button like I always say, guys. Hit the sub button if you're new. And click on the notification bell to join the notification gang. And if you guys like what I do and you want to support the channel in a more personal way, definitely consider becoming a patron. The link's going to be in the description as always. Now, patronage and donations is never required for me to do what I do, but I definitely appreciate it. Even $1 a month definitely helps me out exponentially, and you guys will definitely get a shout out every video from here on out. I'll be more consistent with that. But that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day and night whenever you're watching this. And like I always say, guys, no matter what happens, make sure you keep that mofo rolling. And I'm out of here. Deuces.
God, they tryna turn me to a monster. Every year I'm a conquer. Okay, see, I bring the thunder. Walking in humble, Ali Muhammad. Sting you like Bumble. Running with pride. 10 over, eyes through a bliss. I don't fumble blind.